What's up, YouTube? Back again with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the Hodge twins. I like the Hodge twins. They funny, man. And I don't get why they both got the same beards, though. It's like the same length and everything. Whatever. They do what they do. But this video is entitled "TikToker Says Don't Date These Women." And the thumbnail said it was some bad advice, so I'll be the judge of that.
So, I like to listen to older men, man. They got experience. They've been around the block. They know what's up.
They do.
You know, help out the young lads, man, so they don't make the same mistakes. The young bucks.
Young bucks.
Man. We need more black leaders in our. We need more leaders in our community. What are you talking about? So, what this dude talking about? This black man, he said he gonna help out the young lads, man.
That's what's
so
up.
he won't make the same mistakes he did.
Oh,
right?
good.
This dude said he went through hundreds of women.
Woo!
Interesting. Let's figure this out. We see it, man. I want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
His wisdom.
This is for young men out there. I gotta tell you, you know, any tidbit I can get to keep you guys away from women without any character. I don't know if these two jobs lend themselves to pretending or facadely making an accusation that you make more money than you do. But 3 types of jobs that if I was a man, I wouldn't mess with those types of women. Nurses, I would never marry a nurse or even be in a serious relationship with.
Man.
Real estate agents.
Well, bang me a nurse. Real estate, well, bang me a real estate agent.
Call center. Women that work in call centers.
Call center, the best one.
In my life, I've run through hundreds of women. And those are the most promiscuous women that I've ever, and the only conclusion I come to is all of them pretend like they make more money than they do. All of them. All of them, everything is about, and the crazy thing about it is, when you do have some money, I don't need my real estate agent to be rich. Do you understand? I don't think anybody does. I think that shit people make up, they make up or they've been told.
What the hell
I
are you
don't
talking
need my
about?
real estate agent.
I guess you want to date a broke real estate agent.
And nurses, I just don't get it. Every nurse you know
give me my shots.
Is a nurse and has another business. Every one. And when I say a business, a full-time business. Some of the biggest prostitutes I've ever met.
Call them prostitutes.
Were nurses.
Facts. He called them prostitutes.
He said facts. Nurses are prostitutes?
Yo, I've worked in call centers before, and actually the type of people who work in call centers, like, they not your best type of people. This call centers remind me, like, they got the equivalent of, like, fast food workers in there, because they pretty much just hire whoever. You don't really have to have the cleanest background to work in a call center. You're just on the phone and you're just talking to people, and if you go off on somebody, then okay, next person up. Call centers, like, people are always gonna be calling into call centers, but they are some of the most. They probably do have some promiscuous women in call centers. I used to know a few women who worked in call centers, and like they had a reputation. Just saying, nurses. Like, my sister is a nurse, but she is in a same-sex relationship. But other nurses that I know of, like, I feel like nurses make pretty good money. So, like, nurses, like, they work crazy hours. Like, I know my sister, she works probably like 12, 10-hour shifts all the time, and they all night shifts too. So I don't think they're like the most promiscuous women. Like, they may be the women who are more entitled because they are career driven, and then you don't even get to really see them that much because they gotta work some long hours. I think some women work like 12-hour shifts or something like that for like 4 days out of the week, and then they have the rest of the week, those 3 days to as a weekend or whatever. Like, it's not the most conventional work schedule. But then women who Which other one he said? He said nurses, call centers, and real estate agents. I don't know too many women real estate agents, but I mean, I feel like if you're a real estate agent as a woman, then, you know, if you're a successful one, then you're making some pretty good money flipping houses. Or it just really depends, you know, how the market is. So, yeah, it just depends on the woman, right? You can't really generalize when you putting people in certain type of categories.
Hey, Kim. Listen. Well, he know better than us, man. He can date hundreds of women. So.
Hundreds
I've
of
been
them.
with quite a few. I never banged a nurse though. I always wanted to go in the hospital.
How many women you been with?
Hey, let me finish what I'm trying to say.
Count 'em up. 1.
I always wanted to date a nurse, right? Hey, pay attention. I'll tell you
I'm
something.
counting. We keep
I
talking.
always wanted. Can't, man. You're distracted. What you doing?
The mama and the daughter. Yo, does he know all his bodies? Does he tell him every woman that he... Don't forget your cousin? Is that what he said? How many women has he been with? And why do you know them all? Hey, I guess twins share everything, right? He's still going. He got to be at like 30-something by now, right? Yo, the Hodge twins, they be getting it in, yeah? And the more I watch them, the more I can tell them apart, too. No homo, but the one on the left, he's the more good-looking one, don't you?
28 women.
You knew the count.
That's what I was gonna say.
He knew the count.
Really ain't that many. Hey, let me see what I was gonna say. I always wanted to date a nurse, right? Yeah.
Now we back to this.
Take break.
Mm-hmm.
We go on one of the empty beds, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no patience.
I hope not.
Yeah. I get bucket naked.
In the hospital.
Take everything off but my socks.
Why not the socks?
And bend over the nurse.
Yeah.
And just give it to her real good. Spray her down.
Spray it
I
down.
said, I ain't even got to do it in the hospital. She just got to come on.
No, I'm gonna do it in the hospital.
No, I wanted to come on.
I'm gonna do it in the hospital.
I'm gonna do it in the hospital. I want to do it in the ER.
Not the ER.
Oh, my arm hurts. I'm done. I'm over there tapping it. Hey, man, what are we talking about here? This advice this dude, that was crazy. It was horrible. I think you say. I don't think I should listen to a man who has went through hundreds of women.
Facts.
If you went through 100 women and you ain't. You 10 times, you 30, you 1 million times worse than Steve Harvey. You talk about nurses or prostitutes. What do you call yourself?
He's a homemaker.
Nothing wrong with dating nurses. You dated some bad nurses. So he's saying you generalize the nurses. He's saying these nurses after they clock out, yeah, they got another job. They standing on the corner. They make a lot of money to keep that nursing uniform on. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm
facts.
putting home and a nurse out there working. I'm picking that nurse up. Wearing scrubs. Yeah, nice little nursing uniform. Yeah, I like a little role playing, you know? Yeah, I like you pull up. Hey, you just got off work? Yeah, I just got here. I'm trying to pull a few tricks before I go home. Yeah, pay them bills.
Oh, Hodge crazy. Men that have a lot of sex with women, yo, they some homemakers for sure. You don't want to take exactly all the advice from him. You don't want to take, like, I say all the advice because there is some truth into what he's saying. Like, women who probably, you don't want to probably find your wife at a call center, bro. I've worked in call centers. You don't want to exactly date those women. And I ain't saying there ain't some gems in there. I'm just saying you don't want to, have the intentions like, oh, I'm going to go into a call center and find my wife there. Like, it's not exactly the place you want to, go find. I know some people that have met there and got married and have had successful relationships for all I know. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be generalizing all women when I put them in a category like nursing or real estate women, because I'm sure there's some real estate women out there that are married that are doing like they got their real estate license because their husband, took care of them for however long, and then they were able to get their license in real estate and whatever. And nurses, I mean, come on. I know a guy that's married to a nurse. Like, this is second wife. Like, they got a happy relationship. Like, I know my sister is a nurse. She got some friends that are nurse. She does have one friend though that isn't married. But hey, or I don't know if she's married or not. But hey, I don't like saying all women are this, that, and the third. And you would think, he thinks he can make that video because, like, oh man, I've been with hundreds of women and I've met all these types of women. It's just like, bro, like a guy that has admitted to being with hundreds of women is it's just not my friend. That's just not the guy I'm gonna just be like, oh yeah, like I need some advice on dating. Like, I'm not going to that guy for my dating advice. Yeah, I've been with hundreds of women, so I know. Like a guy, like nobody really knows anything. I'm not making this YouTube channel because I know a whole bunch of things. I'm making this YouTube channel because I want to be a big brother to the internet. I don't want to be the guy that's the intellectual or the guy that knows all the things. Like, let's just come here and talk and let's just try to move in a positive way. Let's just come here and just be homies. Like, we don't have to be all smart and intellectual. I'll save that to the Daily Wire guys. We'll save that to them. But let's just judge the individual and not put them in a group and be like, yo, this is how you are. All right, this is ridiculous. People are more than their jobs or their groups that they're in. All right, like, share, subscribe. See you later.